What an overreaction. Soundhound has dropped more than $5 in one day. And that's a 30% dip, all because NVIDIA sold its tiny little stake in Soundhound. Don't forget Soundhound has 274 patents and partnerships with Netflix, Qualcomm, Honda, Hyundai, and Mercedes-Benz. And did these partnerships just go away in the last 24 hours? The short answer is no. So what the heck is going on with Soundhound? Stick around, because that's exactly what we're gonna find out. Don't worry about subscribing and liking the video or looking for the coaching and Discord link. We're gonna dive right into Soundhound right now. Just so you guys understand that NVIDIA did file a 13F showing they sold 1,730,000 shares for proceeds of $8,065,000, roughly $4.66 per share. However, the last time the stock was $4.66 was October 23rd or 24th. Just so you guys know, 13F filings are reported 45 days after quarter end and reflect activity of the previous quarter. NVIDIA hasn't even had stake in Soundhound since October. This is February. So this actually has nothing to do with NVIDIA's sell-off technically. This is a fear and a massive overreaction by investors, particularly like you and I, individual investors. Today's reaction was a pure panic fear sell-off. It was a huge overreaction, plain and simple. NVIDIA exited Serve as well, Serve Robotics. If you want to see a video on Serve Robotics, comment below and I will make one on that stock as well. NVIDIA is now holding positions in WeRide and Nebius, just to name a couple. It is a standard practice for companies to trim holdings or investments and move money elsewhere. We do it. Hedge funds do it. So do big companies. This also surprisingly comes right before earnings. Does this mean that NVIDIA knows something that we don't? NVIDIA has made waves lately, also disrupting IonQ, Rigetti Computing, and most quantum computing stocks, with statements made by Jensen, the CEO, where he stated that we are 15 to 20 years away from quantum computing. He seems to be stirring the pot everywhere he goes these days. You should be careful with your account. I would never personally go above 10% in any one stock, let alone a growth stock or an AI growth stock for that matter. Also, I always say diversify your stock, sector, and your strategies. But let's talk about Soundhound and why they are still a good company. Understand, all this sell-off was panic and fear. Unless NVIDIA knows something we don't know, then it's just a typical sell for profit like we do, considering NVIDIA got the shares for around $1 and change, maybe a little bit less, and sold for $4.66. They 400% or 4x'd their money. They invested $2 million and change. I believe it was $2.7 million, $2.9 million, but it was under $3 million, and they cashed out for $8 million. They made $5 million in 6 months. Chump change for NVIDIA, but it's still an investment. If you and I were making investments right now and we made a few $1,000s, that's chump change to millionaires, but we still made money, and that's what NVIDIA has been doing. As of 2025, Soundhound has been making significant strides in the voice AI market, evidenced by its recent contracts with major automotive manufacturers to integrate its voice recognition technology into next-generation vehicles. This momentum has contributed to a projected revenue growth of approximately 30% year over year, driven by increased demand for AI voice solutions across various sectors, including automotive, consumer electronics, smart home devices as well. Additionally, Soundhound's strategic partnerships with tech giants have opened new avenues for innovation, market penetration, further enhancing its financial outlook. With these developments, analysts are optimistic about Soundhound's potential for sustained growth, positioning it as a key player in the evolving landscape of voice AI technology. Here are some contracts with several prominent companies across various industries, particularly in automotive technology sectors where Soundhound has established contract values. One, they're working with Stellantis with a $50 million contract, integration of Soundhound's voice recognition technology in Stellantis vehicles to enhance user interaction and infotainment experiences. They also have a $30 million contract with Hyundai to collaborate and implement voice AI capabilities in Hyundai's smart vehicle systems, improving navigation and voice control features. They also have a $40 million contract with Mercedes-Benz, deploying Soundhound's technology in the Mercedes-Benz M-Bux infotainment system providing advanced voice command functionalities. They have a $25 million contract with Samsung, a partnership to integrate voice AI into Samsung's smart home devices, enhancing control and smart device interaction. They have a $20 million contract with Amazon, collaboration to enhance voice recognition capabilities in Amazon's Echo devices, focusing on and improving user experiences with voice-activated services. They also have a $15 million contract or thereabout with Sony, utilizing Soundhound's voice AI technology and Sony's audio products, enabling voice command features for music and media control. These partnerships highlight Soundhound's strategic approach to expanding its technology across diverse platforms and industries, positioning it for significant growth in the voice AI market. The total estimated value of the contracts mentioned is around $210 million, underlining Soundhound's strong market presence and innovative potential. So you see, none of these fundamentals have changed with Soundhound. All we have right now is a pretty big overreaction to what they found out, what investors found out, which is NVIDIA selling shares back in October. But they didn't file their 13F until the end of December. We didn't find out about it until yesterday. This is the reason why the market's going crazy, going absolutely crazy about a company that has less than a 1% stake in another company, and also something that happened 4 months ago. So why didn't we sell our shares in December or January? Because we didn't know, right? What's changed with Soundhound from December to now? Absolutely nothing. So why do you think it's a bad stock? Just because we find out NVIDIA exited and we overreact and people get fear and they sell doesn't make it a bad stock. In fact, it would make it a good buying opportunity. In fact, I told myself if Soundhound ever dropped below $10, I would add more. And it looks like that might be a real world possibility about now. I can tell you in my honest opinion that Soundhound's fundamentals and their contracts and their growth, pretty much everything surrounding the company is the same as it was a month or two ago. If anything has changed, it's only gotten better, yet the stock sold off. Like I said, it's a big overreaction, and NVIDIA only had a 0.1 or 0.2% stake in the company. It's nothing. Like I said, this was a big overreaction. I teach my students this all the time in the Discord, that news, FOMOing, fear, greed, and manipulations trying to get you out of stocks. This, to me, seems like a shakeout or some type of manipulation, because this news just broke out today, yet the 13F was filed almost 7 weeks ago. It's a little odd, but at the same time, we also have earnings coming up, which also complicates things. It complicates the whole matter. And I teach my students about the stock market and how to understand all these complicated and situational events that happen just like this. Look, if you're trying to retire, you're trying to grow your portfolio, maybe you don't know where to begin and you're just starting out or you're losing money, I would love to help you grow your portfolio, just like the students that you can see on my screen right now. I'm driven every single day to help students just like you grow their portfolios and achieve financial success. It's what I love to do. If you guys are interested in joining my Discord, surrounding yourself with like-minded people, taking my full training course, and having one-on-one coaching with me so that I can help you, you guys can sign up at any time at investwithcorey.com. The link's in the information box below. You just got to click on training, and then you'll be able to watch a video that will answer any questions you may have, and you'll be able to book a call with my team and I so that I can help you grow your portfolio. But don't take my word for it. Let's take a listen to what my student Shane had to say.
When I first started off with options, I knew nothing at all. Corey's program broke it down into very simple steps. Corey broke them down where it was nice and simple, and I was like, oh, okay, I totally understand that now.
How much are you up since the start of joining my program?
Oh, you know what? Hold on. I'll give you the exact number. Let me bring it up. On average, I was making about $2,200 a month day trading. That was average. In the very first month that I started actually selling options, it jumped up to $14K. And right now in December, I'm already up 6.4 thousand.
You went from day trading to my course and you were able to go from 2,200 to 14K.
Correct. And I'm up 165% right now.
If someone was trying to decide between my program or another Discord, what would your direct and short message to them be?
Corey's program will save you time and make you money. That's the bottom line right there.
What would you tell someone who is skeptical about learning from someone online like myself?
I bought into multiple different programs. From my experience, Corey's is the safest, very consistent and profitable.
How long did it take you to actually make back the cost of joining the Discord?
From the time I started trading, I made my money back in 2 weeks, 10 days. If you want to count the actual trading days, 10 days. And then I just looked at it and I was like, holy cow. I'm like, I just made $14,000 this month. I'm like, that's like crazy. And, just 1 month, it blew away, almost my entire year of day trading.
What did you start off with in my program? Total capital portfolio. And what are you at now with profits?
Started off with roughly 50,000. I had 25-ish already like in stocks, and now I'm up to 75,000.
So you heard my student Shane had to say, if you want this to be your success story like my hundreds and hundreds of students that I've helped change their lives, all you have to do is go to investwithcorey.com, click on training, and then you'll be able to watch this video and book a call with my team and I so that I can start helping you grow your wealth and achieve financial freedom. I look forward to speaking with you very soon. So here we are looking at Soundhound. You can see that I've drawn the Fibonacci on the screen, which goes all the way to the top of the highest price point and to the bottom of the lowest price point as of November when it was $5. And we can see here there's been a pretty strong pullback down to the 2360 mark, which is really the floor on most pullbacks. If Soundhound breaks $10 or $9.81, then it is very likely the stock could continue in a downward spiral. But as you can see, it dead stopped and halted the brakes right on the 1097 mark, which is just above 2360, which shows a very strong and very massive pullback and dip. But the mere fact that it rejected the 2360 mark on the Fibonacci shows us the stock can recover. Now, this isn't going to be the end all be all, but it does show us there's a lot of support in the $10 range. And when we look over here in the $10 range, we can see there's a lot of support in here. I would say that between $8 and $10, there's a lot of support. I feel like the stock will hover in the low to mid nines, maybe even the high nines in the next coming weeks or months. However, if earnings beats, and by a decent amount, we could see the trajectory change and the stock could start making its way back up into the lower to mid 13s. I think we are going to consolidate between 950 and 1050 for a little while. Earnings could help that out, but I just think the sentiment on the stock right now has been damaged. Remember, stocks don't move because of lines. They're a reactionary measure. This stock has moved because of sentiment, fear. Investors are selling because of the news they heard, the sentiment, the belief in the stock. Everything surrounding it has become negative and fearful. That is the reason why Soundhound has sold off. When we look at the top of this chart, though, the floor used to be $12.50 to $13, and now it's become the ceiling because that's what happens. Everybody that sold, all the individuals and investors that bought in this area are going to try to sell there. So every time the stock comes up, it's going to resist. That's what's happening pretty much in every stock in the stock market. I also teach this to my students as well. It's a very important fundamental to understand about trading. What's actually proactive causing this move is, like I said, the fear, the sentiment, the manipulations, the very late news, belated news on NVDA that has come out very recently. So what is affecting this stock is not reactionary lines and measurements, but more or less the fact of a proactive measure. The news that was late that came out on Soundhound and NVIDIA. It's created a very big overreaction and a fearful sell-off. But remember, this is also something to think about. This could be a shakeout right before earnings so that big hedge funds and big institutions could get in. Remember, NVIDIA sold their stake in December. Actually, they sold it in October and reported it in December. We're just hearing about it now. Seems a little weird to me. And even if things are on the up and up, wouldn't doubt that this is another tactic for big, huge hedge funds and investors alike to get into the stock right before earnings and right before the boom. Remember, guys, don't hold any more than 10% of your portfolio in any one stock, one sector, or one strategy. Be safe. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to sign up for coaching in Discord, you guys can do so at any time at investwithcorey.com. Links in the information box below. You can see my students' profits on the screen. I would love to help you achieve your financial freedom. We'll see you guys on the next upload. If you guys want to see a video like this on Serve Robotics going over facts and technicals, comment below and I will oblige you and make that video. We'll see you on the next video, guys. Take care of yourselves. One love, fam.